Hello, and welcome back or welcome to this channel. We're using a little brown booklet called Kamatthana. It's available as an ebook from this site and a free download if you'd like to follow along or have it as a resource for your practice. Today we're on page 22. Last time, page 21, the last things we talked about were ideal locations for practicing meditation. And pretty much they were all in nature, various locations in nature. The concept is to get away from society as much as possible. And today, on page 22, we're going to go a little deeper into the concept of seclusion. So here's a quote from the Pali Canon from our Lord Buddha. I do not praise companionship with monks or laity, but companionship with dwellings where there are few sounds and little noise, which are fanned by cool breezes, remote from human habitation, suitable for seclusion. This I praise. So it's just a reinforcement of the idea, whenever possible, to get away from the noises of urban life. It will be helpful and a blessing in our meditation. Sounds, urban, city, man-made, or associations evoked by certain sounds are like thorns that prevent the mind from entering states of meditative calm. Well, I think that's just another reinforcement. The human voice is one of the most distracting. It elicits all kinds of memories and projections called sankharas about the future, and even automobile sounds, dogs barking, etc., can be very disturbing, especially as we're learning to deepen our practice. The way of dispelling laziness for practitioners may thus be described as: make trees and bushes of the forest your dwelling place. Live only on alms food gathered on alms rounds. Avoid company. Observe the Dhutanga, and apply oneself scrupulously to mindfulness and meditation. This is a quote from a very famous Burmese monk, Ledi Sayadaw. He is a Vipassana meditator and teacher. Of course, this particular quotation is directed at the monks. We talked about the rules of the Dhutanga, and we've already talked about going on alms rounds for our food and only eating one meal a day and so on and so on. So he's encouraging his monks to live this simple wandering life and not to get comfortable any one place, kind of keep on the move and stay away from society as much as possible. I'm not suggesting this. We as lay people can do this easily, those of us who are wage earners, etc. But just the general concept that society's values, and not just the noise it makes, but its values are not conducive to the practice of the Dhamma. Monks who haven't yet established strong samadhi should avoid a monastery which is under construction or renovation. Don't be inclined to build this and build that. Don't live in a place where people mingle and socialize. Another quote from Ajahn Mahabua. There are some monasteries where monks are literally made to constantly build, expand, enlarge the resources for living there. There can be all kinds of ulterior motives, wanting to be the biggest or the most famous or to have the most monks in residence, etc. But that aside, this paragraph is encouraging us to just be dedicated to our practice. I'm thinking of the first commandment in Christianity in the Old Testament is, thou shalt have no other gods before me. Well, gods are things that we value, things that we praise, and they don't have to be some invisible being up in the clouds. It can be money, it can be power, it can be sensual pleasures, it can be just about anything. We can, if we're devoting more and more of our mental life, our emotional life, and our physical life to that activity or philosophy, then we've made a god out of it. It becomes the most important thing to us. So these recommendations that we're reading today are to make our practice the singular most important thing in our life, and to find time for it in our busy lives, our family lives, professional lives, just constantly limiting the distractions that the world has for us as much as we possibly can, and whenever possible to devote our free time to our practice, and to devote our regular daytime to the practice of mindfulness. So here's a definition of three definitions of what seclusion can look like. The first one, Viveka, is seclusion. That's the Pali word for seclusion. And the first kind is physical seclusion. And that's what we've been talking about primarily, taking the body away from distractions. The second kind is mental seclusion, and that's the seclusion from the 5 hindrances. I'll just quickly mention the 5 hindrances. It's things that we crave for, that we want, that we lust after, that we're greedy about. We can even say things that we love, that we expect or demand. And then their opposites, all the things we don't like, we don't want, we resist, all the way up to hatred. That's 2. The next 2 are not being able to be calm, mental agitations, the mind constantly working and running and not finding any calm, and physical agitation as well, people who can't sit still, so to speak. And then the physical forms of that, laying on the sofa, watching a lot of TV, not cleaning up, not maintaining a nice environment. So the next 2 are physical and mental forms of laziness and agitation, and that makes 4. And the 5th one is anxiety and doubt, fear as well. And I won't go into the definitions of that right now because we're going to talk about it later in the pamphlet. But the basic doubt is we don't have the confidence or the faith in the Buddha's teachings and those who have been successful in the practice of those teachings. And the biggest doubt most of us have is a doubt in our own ability, that we have the karma, or we have the skills, or we have the determination to be successful in the practice. So when it says seclusion from those hindrances, it's really talking about the way the mind works. And we can't know how it works. We can't know how these 5 hindrances are impeding our practice if we haven't developed mindfulness to a higher degree. So first we take the body out of situations and environments, and then we take the mind out of situations and environments mentally. And the third one is seclusion from defilements. That would be the 5 hindrances and other forms of thought, emotions, and actions, speech that are not wholesome, not health promoting. And the ultimate version of that is total liberation, which we use the word arhat to designate. Seclusion from the basis of rebirth, that's what the arhat symbolizes. And in the forest monk tradition, we're not trying to get to heaven, we're trying to stop the cycle of rebirth, and we need to achieve that level of seclusion recognized as arhat in order to end this cycle of rebirth. Excuse me. Drinking the savor of seclusion, the savor of calm, one is freed from evil, devoid of stress, refreshed with the savor of rapture in the Dhamma. So that's the trophy. That's the fruit of our effort to genuinely appreciate and value equanimity, peace of mind, tranquility. And those are not the values of the secular world. The secular world is designed to keep us agitated, expecting and demanding and wanting and craving one thing after another, with actually no moments of peace of mind. So as we develop these stages of seclusion, we end up wanting nothing more than this stress-free environment, mental environment that meets all of our needs and creates for us the ultimate form of satisfaction. Well, it's a short page today, a short discourse. I hope there may have been some ideas that were helpful. If you feel it's a blessing to have this channel and the talks that are provided here, please press like and subscribe, and we'll hope that the word gets out and others may be blessed as well. Thank you.